Shout out to the family out there. Peace, peace. What's going on? Anybody in the chat room that live in the Houston area, hit me with a emoji or something. I'm in conversations with some people on my team, and we thinking about doing a pop-up one of these days this weekend, maybe on Sunday. So I'm just trying to see who's out there that's in the Houston area, you know what I mean, that will correspond if we wind up doing something, because time is everything. And to be honest with you, I just don't want to be popping up to pop up, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be about something. So I'm just looking for some feedback for the family that's out there in the Texas, well, mainly Houston, because that's where I'm at right now. But how's everyone doing? First and foremost, good evening, you know what I mean, on this wonderful Friday that is, we're winding out the seasons. We're winding out winter. We're about to come out of hibernation. It's almost spring. It's almost time to spring forward and to pop out. You dig what I'm saying? I'm very excited about that. Shout out to everybody who was able to endure through the winter season, the first quarter of 2021, a time that's very fraught with depression, anxiety, a lot of people are lonely, especially because of the COVID lockdown. So, a lot of people don't get vitamin D. I'm just saying it's winter. So shit is just fucking dreary and whatnot. So salute to everyone who was able to make it through the winter, and you knocking on spring's door. You know what I'm saying? Spring is around the corner, and you basically ready to pop up out of your hibernation and do the damn thing. You know what I'm talking about? Love is in the air. Your homegirl Saweetie is single. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is breaking up. They little cuddle buddies and whatnot. Niggas is breaking off of the of cuffing season is almost over, basically. A lot of shit finna change. So, the money is out there. The stimmy is about to hit, my niggas. Tax checks is hitting. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be a motherfucking warm ass wet. It's gonna be a red spring popping up. It's gonna be a nice spring. We're gonna go all the way into a red summer. So salute to everybody out there. Salute first and foremost. I have to always say the supporters, my supporters. I don't know about followers. I don't deal in the follow business, but the brothers and sisters who have been consistent in the support of what it is, not only that I do, because it's not about me per se, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in my circle, everybody that's a part of the team, everybody that's a part of the, the movement and whatnot. I appreciate when I see everybody being supported, and the people are definitely, I see the results. I see the testimonies. I read the tweets, I'm talking about. There's more people who are positively affected by economic conversations that are taking place, technology conversations that are taking place, the spiritual conversations and contemplations that are taking place. Even the brothers who are out here helping people with their workout game, helping them get their physical bodies and whatnot together. There's a lot of people that I see that are adding value. So salute to everybody that's adding value, and also salute to the people that's receiving the value and doing something with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you out there throwing value and there's nobody that's picking it up, then what worth is it? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Mama Pill in the building. I see you. You know what I mean? So everybody who is adding value, everyone who's doing right by the people, Mama Pill, the work that she was doing all throughout the winter, helping to heal the people, getting the herbs to the people, helping people with their conditions and whatnot. That's what I'm speaking about. I'm just saying salute to all of those, who were enduring through the winter seasons, and assisting and aiding our brothers and sisters that are out there who have a plethora of issues that they're dealing with. People need help financially. They looking for teachers and courses to help them get their ones together. They want to flip the stimmy. They want to turn $1 into 10 and 10 into 100. But you have a lot of people out there that are giving out the information on how to do that. There's people out here fixing credit. I'm getting my shit from, my credit is being fixed as we speak. I was able to stumble upon some brothers and sisters on Instagram who were putting the information out there on how to get your credit score up. And that's very important. That's economic health. You want to be healthy physically, spiritually, emotionally, economically. It's an all around thing. It's a whole 360 circle. It's not just, oh, I'm healthy because, I eat greens and I go to the bathroom a few times a day. That's one aspect. Economic health, spiritual health, for the brothers and sisters who are out here helping people do the shadow work, just explaining what the shadow work is. My cosmophysics, my astro physicians and whatnot, the brothers and sisters who are helping people read their charts and help them understand cosmologically where they're at. Kudos to you as well, because that's also an aspect of health. You could be more healthier in your mind and in your spirit when you understand your purpose, when you understand why you're here, when you understand why certain things may be occurring in your life. It just may have something to do with your charts. You can't blame it on everybody. I mean, it's an aspect of a cycle that you may be going through. It may be something that's, something that you have to experience based off of your birth chart. And when you understand that, and when you have knowledge of that, and when you're conscious of that, then when it happens and when it occurs, the reaction that you give it is not going to be one of defeat, one of victimhood. You know what I mean? You're able to learn your lesson. You're able to take whatever lesson is being taught to you. You're able to receive what is happening as a lesson, because everything is either a lesson or a blessing. You know what I'm talking about? And I say the word bliss. I try to replace blessing with bliss. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? But it's indicative of the teachers to prepare the students, because life happens and life happens fast. So I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care your height or your weight or your skin color or your melanin count. There's nothing that's going to stop me or you from experiencing life's lessons. You know what I mean? If we're here on this plane of existence called the planet Earth, then we voluntarily signed up to come here and to experience lessons. Yeah, somebody said Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. I would say Happy New Year's Eve to you too. I'm currently in the process of charting out what it is that we're going to do mañana for the New Year's. I'm out here in Texas. I'm in Houston with the gang and whatnot. I'm here with Pink Pill and her mama and my bro Pop Darby. It's a whole bunch of us out here. So, we just we want to contemplate the right thing to do. There's a lot of things going on, popping up in the city and whatnot, That's why I'm saying if there's some people out there that's in H-Town and y'all know about some righteous things popping off, I know that there's some ratchet shit going on. I'm not necessarily into that. I'm not looking for that. You like the hat? It's a crown. It's a crown. Um, yeah, you could go and hit up my inbox and I'll take care of you if you want a crown. Shout out to Happy Monkey. Happy Monkey, talk black to me, man. You see, we had conversations about the legalization process that was taking place. Now New Jersey is popping with the legalization. The packs is hitting and whatnot. And your day is here. You know what I mean? Like we had conversations that, you positioned yourself and your team to be front and center to receive all of the reward and blessings when marijuana becomes legal in New York and the tri-state area. And from what I see, whew, yeah, that's a booming business. You know what I'm talking about? That is a very booming business. Very exciting business. Salute to all of my brothers and sisters that are from the streets, from the trenches, that have put their foot in the door and they getting it they're getting it inside of that business. I don't know about everybody else. I speak to my people, you know what I mean? No disrespect to anyone else. I just, I'm Ray Charles. I don't see them. I don't know what they about. I know what my people are about. You said that it keeps freezing. Is that correct? Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I have no idea why it would be freezing. We got good connection where we at. Good connection. You dig? So I opened up the show and I was just basically saying, you know, I was giving salutes and kudos to all of the brothers and sisters. I don't care where you from. You could be from El Segundo. You could be from Alaska. We all went through the winter together, right? We all went through this one season of 2021 winter. We all went through the first quarter together. So for all of the brothers and the sisters, I'm freezing. Hold on. Bitch, I'm really icy. Hold on. Turn the Wi-Fi off. Maybe that'll help. I turned the Wi-Fi off. Me and Mark Zuckerberg, we're not the best of friends. We're not on the greatest terms. You know what I mean? He's not one of my biggest fans and whatnot. So, when I'm on his platforms, things like that tend to happen. Things like that tend to happen. But we good. We keep pushing through. We keep pushing through. The hat's still sleazy, right? That's right. You in the UK? Salute to the UK. We coming to the UK in 2022. We coming to finish what we started. We're going to pack the Queen's bags up. You know what I mean? We're going to get Prince Andrew and them niggas up out of there. When we came in 2019, my spirit told me, they said, you on the road, man, in it, and things are finna shake up. And lo and behold, that was October 2019. Lo and behold, things begin to shake up in the UK, man. And yeah, it's been shaking ever since. You know what I mean? It's been shaking ever since. One of the greatest things, hey, Lexi, shout out to Alexa. One of the greatest things that I've witnessed, is the rise in consciousness coming out of the United Kingdoms. It's one thing to observe brothers in America and sisters in America get their shit together and learn about who they are and wake up to who they are and wake up to their greatness. It's a whole nother thing when you look across the pond and our brothers and sisters in the United Kingdoms who we didn't have a connection with like that prior. You know what I mean? Like black people was jocking the Beatles and whatnot. We didn't have a super duper connection with the United Kingdoms, even through the rap game, right? Talk to me. What rappers did we accept from the UK back in the days? You know what I mean? In the early 2000s and, in the last 20 years, who was we really vibing with in the United Kingdoms? No, That connection came through consciousness. If you want to really ask me, I feel like the true connection to the UK has come through the reawakening of those beautiful brothers and sisters. Yeah, Slick Rick, he's one of their national treasures, and we took care of him. Okay. And he took care of us. That's a cultural exchange. But, there's other people, Austin Powers. There's a few other people. But I'm just saying, overall, our influence, our positive influence, not drill music, not gang culture, not trap rap, not crack culture, not whole culture, not the lower frequency ELF type of vibration. I'm speaking about high vibrations. I'm speaking about high vibes, man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about high frequency in it that has reached across the pond, and it has shook the core of the brothers and sisters over there. And I'm not even 21 Savage is also national treasure. Thank you for 2121. I'm not even talking about when they was out there protesting about Black Lives Matter and all of that. And that, no disrespect, I'm not focusing on that part. I'm mostly speaking about consciousness, master teacher, Dr. Sabi type of vibes. I'm talking about holistic health. You feel me? I'm talking about the holistic health movement. I'm talking about the master teachers, metaphysical underground type of thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about heritage, them realizing that they were the Moors in Spain. That's what I'm speaking of. I'm speaking about the Kemetic movement that began to sweep up the UK. I'm talking about them taking the information and going into what is that? What's the square that they have out there where they do open debates? I'm talking about them being inspired by 125th Street, and then they going out there and they're starting to debate, the Europeans that are over there in the United Kingdoms, that type of influence, because having a debate about who you are is different than marching about and holding up a sign trying to convince somebody that your life matters. You know what I'm talking about? You speaker's corner. If you win a debate, you don't gotta say Black Lives Matter. If you win a debate about who you are, if you could debate, the debate energy is not the same as the passive energy of crying out about brutality and racism. When you find out about who you are consciously, you won't even talk about racism anymore. You're going to surpass the conversation or the social construct of racism, because it's a social construct. So it's really the dog chasing his tails. You know what I'm talking about? Union Park, Hyde Park, Speaker's Corner. I began to see all of these places blow up and come to life when Titans TV began to plug in to the conscious community in America, when Black Ice TV, you feel me? It's not racism, it's stay in your placism. Right. So now when you know who you are and who you're not, there's nobody in the United Kingdoms that's going to tell me to stay in my place. I don't give a fuck if it's Queen Elizabeth herself. You know what I'm talking about? If you know who they are, if you really know who they are, if you know who you are, if you know your contributions to all of Europe, if you know who the brutish Moors, if you know your history, if you know the history of Ireland, if you know the history of Italy, if you know the history of the Vatican, if you know the history of Germanic tribes in Germany, if you know the history of the Franks, if you know the history of the Goths, the Vandals, all of these things, nobody's going to stop you. If you know the history of the Holy Moorish or the Holy Roman Empire, who's going to tell you anything? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to sit you down? Who's going to checkmate you? You have the power to now checkmate. Intellectual warfare is the highest form of warfare. BTW, by the way. You know what I mean? Intellectual warfare spiritual warfare is the highest form, but intellectual warfare precedes physical war. Yeah, the Black Danes and whatnot. European burnt the Egyptian library of knowledge, but that library is now in your DNA, it's in your cells, it's in your Akashic records. You have to take the concerted means and efforts to tap into your eternal library. They could burn the book, but you the book of Eli. They actually probably helped you out by burning the books because now it's an internal thing and information is passing from mouth to ear. So you have to sit with your elders, humble yourself, sit with your elders because they know more than you. They have more experience and they could tell you things that you'll never find in a book or one of these jingles or a song or a Hollywood produced movie. How dare people turn to the movies to learn truth? The movies are to be decoded. The movies have they have trinkles, they have nuggets of the truth, but the Hollywood movies, the Hollywood productions and stuff like that, that's not the end all be all. That's entertainment and that's edutainment and whatnot. You just stand on that. That's not where it ends, and that's damn sure not where it begins. You feel what I'm saying? That's like an hors d'oeuvre. That's like an hors d'oeuvre, you know? So with the rise of consciousness is the rise of power. And with the rise of power, you're going to have a transfer of power. And when there's a transfer of power, you're going to see former powers dwindle. You're going to see old paradigms fall and fail. And that's exactly what you began to see. You're not in control of the media and you don't control the narrative. So the media has 800 outlets where they could spin any story that they please. They could keep spinning the story for a year straight like they did with COVID-19. So, they're never going to tell you what it is. You have to internally know what it is, and you have to be connected to the right source of real information and real knowledge and be like, hold on. Ever since we start rising up, these people start falling down. You could look back into 2001, 2, 3. Think about your mindset. Think about your perception. How did you see the world? How did you see your opposition? How did you see the government? How did you see this? How did you see religion? What kind of hold did they have on your heart and your mind? I remember they had brothers out here on a GI Joe stuff when they thought that the the Arabian, they had it. They thought that the terror organizations were coming after, you know what I mean? Oh, the axis of evil, all of that propaganda. I remember that. There's mad people who got on a GI Joe shit and threw on the fatigues and start running for they started working for Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? They had all the trust in the government. They were willing to die for the government. They were doing drills for the government. They was out there killing babies in Afghanistan and Iraq and in other places like Syria. They was shooting babies up for Uncle Sam. Come to find out that they was basically they was out there robbing shit for the oil barons. You know what I mean? They was putting on for the oil barons, the big homies and whatnot, big oil and whatnot. They were working for Halliburton and they didn't even know it. They were working for Exxon and they didn't even know it. They were pawns in a super duper type of psychological operations. You know what I mean? Foot soldiers, straight pawns. Straight pawns. Straight pawns. And that's not, that's another box. That's another form of mental slavery. Your children could be cursed for that. You know what I mean? The children pay for the sins of the father. Your children's children they may have karma on them as a result of going into a holy land like Mesopotamia and doing the shit that you did with no receipts. You didn't even know what you was doing. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't even know what you was doing. You had no, you didn't even do the research. You went off of the word of Condoleezza Rice and your emotions. Remember that? Remember niggas was on that type? They was on that type of time. Think back into the rap game. Lil Wayne's his era, the Lil Wayne era from like 2000 and like two all the way up until like 2010. Let's go back to America. What was the mentality of the knuckle draggers in your hoods? What was the mentality of hip hop as a whole? They were complete knuckle draggers. They were basically walking dead. You know what I mean? When you talk about the vibrations that we put out and whatnot in the brain waves, niggas was considered to be walking dead zombies. They're zombies right now, but it was even more zombies before the rise in consciousness, before they adopted intellectual warfare, before they got introduced to an intellectual revolution or evolution by way of social media. You know what I'm talking about? By way of social media. That's how a lot of people tapped in through the recommendation buttons on YouTube. You know what I mean? Before they had to run and change the algorithm. What do you think created censorship? Why do you think that YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all of them had to change the algorithm? The algorithm had to get switched up because people were being exposed to too much information. I have the documents that the army, the armed services put it out. They put it out in mid 2000s, and they said that the rise in consciousness within the borders of America is the biggest threat to American security, bar none. Bar none. Right? They was like, in translation to that is niggas waking up is a problem. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas waking up in America with this pure information that they getting about metaphysics, the occult, science, health, history, heritage. They were reacting to what the Moors was putting forth in the courts. They were passing the paperwork around on the dark web and shit like that. You know what I mean? I used to come up on YouTube as Red Pill. Now it's gone. You damn right it's gone. There's the Red Pill movement. There's men going their own way. Candace Owens, before she adopted her real name, her name was Red Pill Black. There's Van Lathan, the nigga from TMZ, who he has the Red Pill podcast. So Red Pill as a name has been in the digital realm, it's kind of been cloned. It's been cloned and based off of search engine optimization, you can't find me that easy anymore. Yeah, men going their own way sounds fruity because it is fruity. They're called incels, right? Translation, little dick energy. You know what I mean? They call incels, right? So they ran with the whole red pill movement. It's a whole bunch of red pill clones and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. And then, of course, they're shadow banning a lot of the content. They took down a lot of the content that I had up there. But, we secured the content. You know what I'm talking about? We secured the content. And to be honest with you, the work that was done in the time that it was done, peace, Sharif, the work that was done on YouTube before we were being censored, that was that window right there. You know what I mean? That was that window right there. It served its purpose during that window. So I'm not even worrying about YouTube like that because, to be honest with you, YouTube is an old paradigm. YouTube is an old paradigm. There's going to be newer platforms that will emerge. You know what I mean? The same way that when we were on Blog Talk Radio, it served its purpose for the time that it existed in. So now there's new platforms and there's other things to do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not really worrying about all of that. That shit doesn't keep me up at night. As long as you know that I'm still here and I'm still doing what I said that I was gonna do, and I haven't switched up on y'all and changed up and become some funny former rendition of myself, then we good. If you can't find me on YouTube, when you do find me, then tap in. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm on Clubhouse. You know what I'm talking about? I pop up on Clubhouse. I've been waiting for them to approve Know the Ledge Academy or Know the Ledge University for like 3 months. I done forgot about Clubhouse. You know what I mean? Because they won't approve a club for me. So it's like, damn, y'all trying to stop the wave. You know what I mean? Y'all don't want this information to get out there. We got a lot of things planned for the Clubhouse whenever we do get approved. But yeah, YouTube is a wrap. I'm going to, on the 31st, when I do this lecture, I'm going to name about 4 new platforms that are out there. Most of them are decentralized. And the fact that they're decentralized affords brothers like myself to talk whatever we have to talk. You know what I mean? We have the biggest crypto play ever.com. Shout out to the biggest crypto play ever. You know what I mean? And on the biggest crypto play ever, we're going to have a whole bunch of our videos on, on a Decentraland and OpenSea. We're going to have our videos in a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO. It's gonna be off of this centralized internet. You know what I mean? Uncle Hotep. Nah, I don't know. Who's Uncle Hotep? What's that about? You know what I mean? The biggest crypto play ever is booming, right? Yeah, Sharif, that shit is lit. It's up. Like Cardi B said, it's up and it's stuck. The numbers are rising. We up to like 1,200 members. Technology is improving. We garnering the support of some of the most, forward thinking, innovative, melanated brothers and sisters that exist in these days and times. Shout out to Blue Pill and Nadi. I just had the pleasure of watching a live. They were talking about NFTs. The brother Nadi is a beast with it. He's an artist himself, a digital artist, and he's been showing his community and his network how to acquire non-fungible tokens and whatnot, how to acquire the NFT artwork and stuff like that, because that's very important. I suggest that y'all start collecting your artwork right now. Don't wait. Don't sit on your hands. Don't come up with excuses not to hop on some of these things. Yeah, all of your kids' wallets are popping. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's what it's about. It's about making some wallet. And that's another thing. I'm gonna also show. I got a lecture coming up, a workshop for that matter. I won't even say lecture. That's so 2020. I have a workshop coming up, and I'm gonna show in the workshop how to create these crypto wallets. Some of the best wallets to have. The online crypto wallets, the offline wallets and stuff like that, the hard wallets. And we are highly encouraging parents. Shout out to the parents. Salute to the parents, especially the parents that's getting the stimmies, that have children, and you getting the stimmies because you got children, you get extra money. Yeah, how about putting half of that into crypto? Okay? And we're going to have a countdown. We're going to have a 6-month countdown to say, if you put it in this month, 6 months from later, we're going to all go back to, it's like a piggy bank. We're going to go back to the wallet and see how that wallet has grown in percentages. 300%, 500%, 5,000%. There was a coin that jumped 3,000% in 30 seconds today. I forgot the name of it. The shit went brazy. Guap coin last week, that shit went up 3,000% into $5, right? In an hour. Okay? and maybe even less. So imagine 10 years from now, right? Imagine 10 years from now when little Sekhmet and little Heru get older and they're in the virtual world. Yeah, they doing 1 minute millionaires. They doing 1 second millionaires. I surely do hope the Dogecoin goes up because I got a whole lot of that. There was a book called 1 Minute Millionaire, right? But there's no longer 1 minute millionaire. I talked about this in the beginning of the year and people didn't understand it. There's 1 second millionaires now. Think about that. That's something that you could light up to. That's something that you could meditate on. This is, spring is tomorrow. It's spring again. Put some Bismarck. Alexa, play Bismarcky. That's something that you could, focus on. The 1 second millionaire. You know what I'm talking about? And 10 years from now, the babies are going to take care of us. They're going to love you even more as a parent. You don't have to worry about getting pushed to the side and whatnot because you made an investment when you had the opportunity to do it. You didn't take the 1,400 and go buy Gucci and catch up to all of these niggas with Dior addictions. You're not trying to be head to toe in Dior to show off. To who? Your baby father? You know what I mean? Who you stunting on? Who? You know what I'm talking about? You wasting time. Designer is a trap. You niggas need some designer? I'll hook you up. Hit me on the inbox. I'll get you some bags and belts and everything. You know what I mean? If you niggas want to drip, I could facilitate that. Boosters, buy it in abundance, buy it half price. Or what Jay-Z said? Boosters in abundance, buy it half price for new. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas with your designer addictions. What up, Sandra? Hit me up. I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? I'll get you some grade A counterfeit. You know what I'm talking about? Respectfully. And you could be in your town and in your city and you could keep up with the Joneses. But for those who want to think forward and want to be innovative and whatnot, children's birthdays are coming up. These holidays, these Roman holidays are coming up. There's anniversaries that are coming up. Get them a crypto wallet. I promise you, like I said, they're going to thank you later. You know how children is mad sassy these days. They all zesty and whatnot. They be talking out the side of their neck about what they don't like and what they don't. They don't know what the fuck they like. They don't even know what they need. You know what I'm talking about? They don't really know what they need. You, the parent, who are tapped in to some of the innovative thought leaders and visionaries who are doing their damnedest, you know what I mean? To put the information and to push it out there and to get it out there, even to change their conversation where they're not focusing on fear-based, lower level stress and anxiety inducing type of information. No, they're shifting their information into prosperity, into wealth. And they're like, yo, shake it off. We got through 2020. Do you understand? This is a new day. We turned a new page. We was going through all of that from 2010 to 2020. The master teachers told us this is what you teach. You know what I mean? Stay on the topic. Stay on that. But now we're here and they're like, yo, focus on the level up. Focus on a brighter future. Focused on, focused on the vision, right? So going back to what I'm saying, if people is on a chat room saying that they need a wallet, they need wallets and they need you could get a wallet. You go download a wallet. You know what I'm talking about? You go download the wallet. It's not hard. You don't have to pay for anything. All of this is free. It's only going to take your willpower in a few minutes. That's the only thing. That's why sometimes I beat myself up. A lot of us are living in that reality where, let me show you. A lot of us are living in that. It's almost like torture. Every time we see shit about what Bitcoin, how much Bitcoin used to cost in 2012 and 10, and this shit is torturous. I promise you. Because it's like, damn, nigga, I could have had that. You know what I'm saying? I could have had that. You know, I could have had 1,000 Bitcoins if I wanted to. But it was about time. You know what I mean? Sometimes I didn't have the time to get on the blockchain. I didn't have time to sit down and do all of that shit. I didn't even have time to go into the Bitcoin, what do they call that? The ATMs and whatnot. You know? Mom was acting lazy. So now you just gotta live with that. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta one yourself. You gotta live with the fact that, you know what? I missed out on some big shit. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for a screenshot, but I guess it's not there. It was basically showing the prices of Bitcoin throughout the years. If you would have invested $1,000 in 2010, you would have 10 million right now. You know what I'm talking about? So if you can't get Bitcoin, you're gonna get the new coins, right? Like Sharif just said, on to the next. If you missed that boat, my nigga, well, God, guess what? There's a flotilla in town. It's a whole bunch of boats. There's a whole bunch of boats. I mentioned Guap Coin, right? You get you some Guap Coin. That's a sister, right? She's not just a regular sister. This sister's tapped in. So spiritually, I have trust in what it is that she's about. So I'm gonna get behind her, and I'm going to invest in the Guap Coin. You got XRP. I talk crazy about XRP. You know what I mean? I'm back on the XRP train. You feel me? Yes, Shaka Bars. Black power to the God. You know what I'm talking about? I'm back on the XRP train. I'm like, get the XRP. Why not? I mean, you wasting $100 on what? On Jordans? On Yeezys, my nigga? Niggas is buying Yeezys for $800. You know what I mean? You pay you know, when I come outside of New York City, it's $100 just to be outside. So why not just say, I'm a risk taker? The future fortune favors the bold, and the future belongs to the risk takers right now, right? Can you buy XRP right now? You damn right you could buy XRP right now. You just can't buy it on Coinbase. You could buy it on they got a new one called Mandala. That's the new Coinbase. Check it out. Mandala.io, I believe. Mandala, like you know the mandalas. You know what I mean? These people are not retardo. They're naming, right? They're naming the coins in the blockchain. They're taking this is not a mistake why they're naming certain things. You feel me? You too. Because like I said, no, Mandala, not Mandolls. You funny. I'm gonna write it out. I believe it's Mandala.io. You know, keep your coin on cold storage, especially if you're buying these coins for these babies. This is the new piggy bank. No more pennies in the piggy bank for little Timmy and them. You know what I mean? No more pennies in the piggy bank. Pennies in the crypto wallet. Let's start doing that. Pennies in the crypto wallet. Yes, cold storage for the win. Pennies in the crypto wallet. Dollars in the crypto wallet. Bands that make them dance. Ladies, bands that make them dance. Y'all out there having hot girl summers? Shit, run it up. You know what I'm talking about? Take that Birkin bag and flip that shit into some crypto. You know what I mean? Just get your feet done and keep your eyebrows arched. I really don't care if you wearing designer or not. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even notice that shit, to be honest with you. As long as your eyebrows don't look like Adam West, you know what I mean? And your feet don't look like like you was kickboxing, like you was kickboxing a fucking rock, then we good. You know what I'm talking about? I really don't. Y'all running around talking about, oh, I need Celine and Dior me and everything. To be honest with you, we don't even notice that shit. You know what I mean? We don't. Get you some Fashion Nova. That shit is hugging the body. You know what I'm talking about? And you're good. You're gooch. Like I said, I'll take you to the bootlegger and I have you looking like, you know what I mean? I have you looking like real spliffy, like an Atlanta housewife. like that overnight. You know, yeah, like you was playing kickball with boulders and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Like you was tap dancing on a blender. As long as your feet is good and them toes is out, you know what I'm talking about, and your lips are not chapped and your eyebrows is lit, and you don't have on funeral parlor makeup, you're good with me. You can you know what I mean? I'll throw a wink at you. You know what I mean? Invest that money into some fucking coins. You know what I mean? For little Ray El Bay and Hassan Heru Hakim. You know, they need it more right now. They need it. So the new piggy bank is the cold wallet, the cold storage wallet. That's the new piggy bank. Get used to that. They do something good, put $20 on 80 on Cardano. They do something real good, get them a fucking fraction of a Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Ladies, don't take me to Red Lobster. Take me to Coinbase. If I put on, you know what I'm saying? If I put on, you know what I mean? If I do the damn thing, you know what I'm talking about? If I make your toes curl, take me to Coinbase and make it happen on Coinbase. I don't want to go to Red Lobster. I'm not into lobster no more. You know what I mean? Spend your stimmy on me on Coinbase or maybe Coin Mama. You know what I'm saying? Make it rain. You know what I mean? Make it rain. Scammers, niggas just out there doing swipes and whatnot. Get your life. You know what I mean? Get your life to you niggas have a limited a lifeline right now. Get your life. You know what I'm saying? Do something with that money that you getting is coming fast. Get your life. Yeah, talk coin to me. You know what I'm talking about? Talk coin to me. I don't want to eat no snapper. I'm good. I don't want no lobster. You know what I'm saying? I'm gooch. I'll drink some sea moss tea. We're not going to Red Lobster. We going to Seven Nanda and we're going to spend some of that money on some Bitcoin. You know what I'm talking about? I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. You know what I mean? I'm Gucci. Get your life. Somebody said lobsters are cockroaches of the sea. They trying to destroy all of y'all stimmy plans. Niggas don't do that. It's people out there with plans to get lobster tails like right now. You know? Don't do that. I don't want to. Somebody said we going to Sizzler. We going to Captain John's. Man, fuck that. We going to Captain John's. I'm on a budget. You know what I mean? I got crypto dreams. You know what I'm talking about? We going to Silver John's and Captain D's. That's right there on Ralph David Abernathy across the street from Todd Saley's. We going to Silver John's and Captain D's. You know what I'm saying? Get you some crab cakes. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, crypto. Fuck. They talk about Dior me if you love me. No, baby. Crypto. Yeah, instead of wipe me down. Yeah, pay us in crypto. Crypto me down. You know what I'm saying? Crypto me down. You know, that's real love. If a woman said, yo, Red, I got you a Bitcoin, I might faint. I'd be like, wait, for all of this for me? You know what I'm talking about? It'd just be too much for me. I don't know if I you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I'm all ears. You know, talk black to me, talk nice to me, talk crypto to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? You talking my language. You know, there's a new means of affection in town. Ladies, in case you didn't know, is Kevin Samuels talking about this? You know what I'm saying? For us high positioned men, is Kevin telling y'all how to get to our hearts? You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to inbox Kevin and be like, yo, tell them ladies to talk crypto. You know, they talking about they want a Birkin bag. Man, you getting some Gucci slippers from wish.com. You understand me? You getting a refurbished Birkin. You know what I'm saying? You getting a Birkin from Goodwills. And we gonna step on these niggas. We stepping out. You know what I'm saying? We stepping out. What's in your wallet? That's the new conversation, bitch. What's in your heart? What's in your cold wallet? You know what I mean? What's in your cold wallet? You know? Too much splurging these days when shit is going brazy. I don't have, if you niggas see me in a Lamborghini, it's stolen. You know what I'm talking about? If you niggas see me in a Lamborghini, it's stolen. I would never splurge on a Lamborghini when shit is going brazy the way it is. Imagine me buying a car more than $5,000 right now. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? All of my extra ones, I'm investing it in multiple. It's not just crypto. I got video games that I want to create in the crypto space. I'm buying NFTs. Niggas is buying artwork. I'm buying virtual goggles. It's just so much stuff to buy. I gotta buy a virtual paintbrush because I'm gonna be out here butt naked with virtual glasses on 8 grams of mushrooms, on my Basquiat shit. Because these days, the way that niggas, you see paintings, do you see artwork? You can't, if you do artwork and you draw within the lines, you're not even an artist. Your shit gotta look dysfunctional. So I'm finna get me some Oculus Rift glasses, and I'm gonna do 3D painting while I'm on 8 grams, and we'll just see how that shit comes out looking. And I promise you, niggas will be like 69 million to Red Pill sold the NFT at Christie's auction. It's not about drawing. You know, you got to deconstruct some shit. You know, I used to draw inside the lines. You know, I don't even know how to draw outside the lines. But the artwork that's banging and whatnot, my father got Basquiat's in his crib. And I was looking at the art on the wall, and I'm like, what kind of drugs was this nigga on? This is not even heroin. What the fuck was he on? How did he draw this shit? Like, what is this nigga? What was he thinking about? What was his childhood like? You know what I'm talking about? This shit look different. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm finna tap in. Somebody said, okay, I got one buyer. Thank you. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You know how they talk about sipping paint? No, nigga, heroic dosing paint. You know what I'm talking about? Heroic dosing paint. You know what I mean? Nigga, cracking paint. How about that? Nigga, cracking paint. Crack heroin, some shrooms and paint. You know what I mean? They gonna have niggas really going on the fucking ledge to create some art these days. You know? But art is booming. I'm finna get back on my paintbrush. My mama told me she wanted me to get back into my art. So shit, mama said knock you out. She only had to tell me once. Yeah, West Side Gun got an art gallery. That's the new shit. Niggas that sell crack is buying art. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is buying art, my nigga. That's the new crack. That's if you an old crack dealer, you gotta have art, my nigga. Like that's the level up to selling crack. You know what I'm talking about? That's the level up. That's the nouveau shit. Like that's like, what's the word? That's like, you know, I'm looking for the word where, you know, that these niggas is wearing airplane hats, Puma sweatsuits, and they got Basquiat's. And they used to sell crack. That's how niggas in New York be moving. You know what I mean? That's how you could prove that you grew up. Have I tried ayahuasca or... no, I haven't not tried ayahuasca or peyote. Yeah, AA talking... Look, and I don't want to put nobody's business out there, but West Side Gun, his influence, his Svengali, his Yoda is AA Rashid. You know what I'm talking about? West Side Gun is highly. If you listen to his album, the reason why AA is on mostly all of his intros. There's a reason behind that. You know what I'm talking about? I would say the whole Griselda movement is a result of AA Rashid, and I put 10 million on that. You know, he's a very smart, very wise. And you know AA shit, if you just listen to him, you'll get far. You know what I mean? So all of his Red House students, y'all are in the company of a master and take full advantage and give that man his flowers while he's here. I'm surrounded by big masters, so god damn it, sometimes I just be sitting down and I'll be like, yo, I be around some fucking geniuses, bro. Like, I be around some extraordinary motherfuckers. Like, I mean, I don't know what I did to deserve all of that, because there's some people around me and in my circles, people that I just know that I could pick up and hit up on on the first ring they answer. And I'm like, these are some Renaissance people. And we did a lot. We went through a lot to make it here. We didn't just show up and pop and hop off the porch. We didn't just show up on your screens out of nowhere. We have endured a lot. For every one of us that you see, there's 1,000 of our people that didn't make it. You know what I mean? Always know that. For every one of us, when you see blue, when you see red, know that there's thousands who did not make it. There's thousands that are in the shadows that are watching us in the trenches. And they like, yo, that's my man's right there. If that nigga made it, we made it. You know what I mean? Then there's other people that's like, I got people who I went to school with, who I ran the streets with. They in federal facilities, but they got phones and whatnot. Niggas is in the pokey, they in the big house. They got phones. They be watching our lives and whatnot. They be watching our videos. They be on YouTube. There's a whole movement behind the wall where niggas is not in the yard working out anymore. They not gang banging behind the wall. They in they cells watching YouTube, taking notes. I promise you, bro. The Moorish movement is the biggest movement in the jails right now. In the feds, that is. Did you know that? The Moorish movement, the paperwork, is the biggest movement behind the wall right now. What's fucking with that? You know what I mean? So my time is running out. I'm about to tap out. Go and check out Black Magic 363. You know what I'm talking about? Blue Pill and Okibalon 444, Brother Rich. Go and check out the show that we did last night. I was with Vicky Dillard, niggas. Me, Vicky Dillard, Professor Griff, and Rich. We was going in. Black Magic 363 on YouTube. How do they charge their phones? I think on a potato. That shit is a mystery, ain't it? You know what I'm talking about? But love and light to the family. I see y'all. Peace.